From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough of the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait!
What's up, everybody? What's happening? This is D with a Sunday update. I have been so busy with the new job. The hours are crazy. You know how it is. You got to work to pay for all of this stuff. But here I am, Sunday swim, giving it to you, doing what I got to do. So I'm bringing you outside. For all my freshwater people, got to show you some love. Can't spend it 100% on the salt water. I had a friend over, one of my neighbors that lives down the street, that just happens to be a member of the club that we've been talking to back and forth for the last couple of months. Didn't realize she lived right down the street. So I'm making this video for you, my dear. Maybe you can throw one of these pond setups in your yard. But let's take a look at the pond. So as you can see, the pond looks quite different from the last time we took a shot at it. Everything is growing. The average temperature out here has been about 80 degrees per day, and that's starting from early in the morning. I have to constantly cut those vines from on top of the solar panels because they reduce the flow when they cover the solar panels. But take a look at this. Remember that first video where I had one hyacinth? Now I got about 50. If anybody needs hyacinth, please shop me out. Give me some note in the comment below. I'll be happy to give you some. So I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is I had some guppies in there. I have no idea if they're in here or not because I do not see them at all. And it is so crowded with plants that I can't tell if they're in there. The only little dudes that I see on a regular are my two peeps here, which I'm just going to call them Fred and Wilma because I don't have a name. I don't have a name for them, but Fred and Wilma always come out. They come out when I come to get in the car or go in the yard or just to film. They are very friendly fish. So these guys are in here. I've been moving the hyacinth to see if I can see anybody, but dude, I can't tell who's in here. If they ain't coming out when I come by, I have no idea who's in here. So at the end of the year, I usually find out who's done well and who has. But take a look at the root growth in here. I mean, this plant is beautiful and it's so easily just spread across the whole side of the tank. So that's the bad news, is that it's spread so far that I can't tell what's in here. But at the same time, it is good news because it has done excellent in keeping the water like super clear. You can look even in the end of the tank where it's a little bit yellowish from the sun. And you know, I got lots of plants hanging over, so I keep it covered with these glass tops that I took out just to film this. But the fish are really happy. But at the same time, not every fish is going to do well in a pond because you're not heating it, you're not cooling it. So the mollies are a very strong species. They're very durable, very tolerant species of different conditions. So they have done excellent. Now the good news is my mollies are really growing fast. I don't even know how I'm going to bring them in at the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but look at the finnage on this guy. And see how cool they are? When I move the plants, they actually come. It's like I call them. Come over here, Fred and Wilma. I got to film you. Look at how big the finnage is. Oh, good news. I just see the guppies just shot out. Wait a minute. You might have an exclusive. It's like Channel 2 people. They just shot out, so they are alive and well and living behind the little filter box. I just saw two of them shoot over there, so that's good news, people. Good news, as the guppies are in there and swimming along. They just don't come out. Well, now on another note, I have tons of snails that I've seen pop up in here, and they have been just multiplying like crazy, multiplying and multiplying. So I'm gonna have a whole ton of snails at the end of the year. If anybody needs some, let me know. The other thing is I'm going to have a quadrillion plants to get rid of at the end of the year. And I've got a lot of questions as to what I do with the plants and fish over the winter. I trade them out. I bring them to the aquarium. We auction them off. As you can see, I'm going to have a ton of these plants to auction off. You can put them in your fry tanks. If you have fry, they're excellent, especially the guppy grass for raising fry. I grew some mint just to see if it would grow in the water. Guess what? Can you see the pot? Can you see the plant? It has grown about 2 feet tall and curling because it's hitting the glass. The pothos is also beautiful green. I have some Java fern in there, which is also growing. Wasn't doing that good in the tank, so I just popped it off in here. It seems to be doing excellent. Look at that. Beautiful green. Oh, lush. And look at these guys coming up. They think I'm feeding them. I'm moving stuff and they're just coming up to see what I'm doing. But beautiful green. Plants looking happy and healthy. The pumps are doing great. As you can see, I'm going to have to climb up and move that grapevine off of the panel because it's blocking the light. It's the problem with this grapevine. People were saying how come I didn't lean this the long way under here is because when you got all this growth growing under, it gets really hard to walk all the way back there. So hold on, I'm gonna pull that vine off the panel real quick. I didn't break my neck and I pulled it off, and man, that thing was so attached. These little feet on these grapevine are like steel. But look at the difference, pulling that off. Look at the flow that's coming off of these fountains now. That one's completely submerged and pushing water this way. Up, and there's another couple of platies. Look at a bunch of them there. I can zoom in. There's the crew right there. Hopefully you can see them because I can't see. The sun is so bright in my eyes. But there's a whole group of fish right there that I didn't see before, but kicking that flow up a notch, got those boys flying out of there, so they are doing good. Didn't lose any fish. Beautiful. The flow is like crazy. It's actually cool. The water's actually cool, and the sun is blazing. So everything is doing happy and healthy. And if anybody's curious as to how I got these solar power pumps floating, I just took some styrofoam, cut a hole in the middle, put it through the pump, and now it's a floating pump. Guess what? Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, baby. And lemonade is my favorite drink. One good thing my wife always asking me about, Dave, I don't want mosquitoes, I don't want this and that. Guppies are mosquito-eating fish. Mollies are mosquito-eating fish. Those fish do a hunt and search at the surface. If you see them cruising the shallows, it's because they're always staring at the surface. I have no mosquitoes. This is the one part of my yard that I don't have any mosquitoes, even though I have all this water here. And the funny thing is, the front of my yard, I got bit about 50 times. Got bit all over the place because I'm always in the yard. And there's a mosquito biting me right now. Goddamn mosquito biting me right now. Ain't that something? So, yeah. And if I get these little guys, like this little ant here, oh yeah, you're gonna be food, buddy. You go right in there. Where's my boy? Come and get it. Come and get it. Where you at? I throw them in there. Boom. They kick around and the fish get them. It's like watching an episode of Jaws. So it's cool, it's fun. For my friend down the street, if you're thinking of getting something like this, you don't have to get it this big. I'm gonna probably change this to something that I could easily fit, like maybe so that it stops right here, and maybe be a little wider, like one of those black pond tubs, and take it from there. But this has been excellent because there's so much room for growth. It's been fun. This is one of the reasons why my little frag tank has crashed and taken such a hit, is because I've been spending so much time with this and moving things. And as you can see, if I don't uncover that grapevine, that grapevine just wants to grow up and attach to anything. So I've been working really early in the morning, so it's just been tough. You guys know how it is. These guys have been doing good on the mysis. I keep some freeze-dried mysis over here to just supplement their little day-to-day. Doesn't take that much. Just scatter some, blow it around. And they come right up. And they love it. Awesome, see? Oh, that ant is gone, by the way. Rest in peace, Auntie. And that's it. So that's my update, my Sunday swim. Oh man, it's just so much fun trying new stuff. And not only that, get your kids into it. Get them to come outside. You know, I'm spending a lot of time outside. I got kids all on the block. They're all on the Xbox. They're all on the PlayStation. They're in the house. Get them outside. Even just show them what you got. Even if they ain't into it, you could teach them what the plant names are. Get them involved. You know, teach them something new. Teach them something they ain't gonna learn in school. Spend some quality time. It doesn't hurt. It's something we cannot let pass by, because Our kids got all kind of issues and troubles and tribulations, people, because we need to interact with them more with nature. Show them that there are things that they can do that don't cost a ton of money, and they can do them at home with the parents and have a good time doing it. So this is D. We're also throwing that public service announcement in there. I'm really happy to see all my fish coming up present and accounted for. Beautiful colors, plants are growing. And until next time, I'm gonna sign out because I need a hot, nice, cool glass of lemonade, and I'm gonna sit back and watch the fountains pump up. Wow, look at that, how high that is. All right, everybody, leave your comments, click that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. If any of you guys are interested in going on an absolutely fish trip, shout me a note below. We leaving on the 29th, carpooling. If you're in Brooklyn, give me a shout out. If you're close by, let me know. Till next time, I'm out. This is D. See ya.